Hello there guys and welcome back to 100% Chelsea for my preview of the Chelsea versus Manchester City game, with the kickoff being at 5:30 PM UK time tomorrow Saturday, obviously at Stamford Bridge. And before getting into the video, quickly, as you can see, here's my social media. If you wouldn't mind following me there on Instagram and Twitter, I massively appreciate it. I'm just 5 followers away from 500 followers on Twitter, so if you could help me reach that, you know, that'd be class. But getting into the preview, talking about opposition, talking about Manchester City, and they're facing some rather serious injury troubles at the moment. Sergio Aguero was in a car crash in Amsterdam yesterday evening. Don't ask me why he was in Amsterdam, I don't know. From the pictures that I've seen, it looks like he drove against a street light, basically. According to Aguero, it looks like he has broken a rib, so that definitely rules him out of tomorrow's game. Like I said, no idea why he was in Amsterdam yesterday. Either way, Kompany's also still out injured, and so is Benjamin Mendy, obviously their new left-back from Monaco, and he's the only real left-back that they do have. And he tore his ACL and will be out for a long time. In the Champions League midweek, they actually played Fabian Delph as the left-back, so definitely gives us a certain amount of advantage, that's for sure. As much as I'm glad that these players are missing against us, I wish them all a very speedy recovery, because, you know, you don't want to see players out, you're tearing the ACL, having car crashes, stuff like that. You just don't want that, so like I said, I wish them a speedy recovery, but I can't lie and pretend that I'm not happy and not glad that they can't be playing against us. There were rumours that Gabriel Jesus was a doubt for the game as well, but Guardiola mentioned none of that in his press conference, as far as I know, so it looks like he's available, but we'll have to wait and see. But even with all of those injuries, Manchester City are a very, very strong team. They're yet to lose a game this season. They're top of the league on goal difference ahead of Manchester United, obviously 3 points ahead of us, winning every game except their 1-1 draw against Everton a few weeks ago, and especially going forward, they just look so strong. So strong. In their last 3 Premier League games, they scored 16 goals and conceded none. They beat Liverpool 5-0. Yes, fair enough, Mane got sent off, but still. They beat Watford 6-0 away from home, I think. And they beat Palace 5-0 as well. Although, you know, beating Palace 5-0 might not be that much of an incredible achievement at the moment. City change between a back 3 and a back 4 a lot. I don't know, it's a bit strange. Sometimes they play that, sometimes they play that. Although in the last few games, they actually have stuck to the 4 at the back. But maybe to counter our 3 at the back, they will go back to the 3 at the back as well. So it's very difficult to predict for me, and I think even for Conte, that will be a bit hard to predict as well. Obviously, they do have 1 more day rest than we do ahead of this game, obviously, as they play Shakhtar Donetsk on Tuesday, beating them 2-0. And obviously, we played on Wednesday. If anyone can beat their incredible run of scoring and not conceding, it's us, I think. So it will be very hard, but I think we can do this. Now, getting to Antonio Conte's press conference, first thing he was asked about was Aguero's accident yesterday, and also he was asked if because of that he had or did change his plan for the game a little bit. Conte said no, he didn't change any plans or anything. I won't change any plans because of that, but he wants to give his best wishes to Aguero, obviously, like I did as well. And like I said, no one wants players, anyone really, no one wants anyone in a car crash, because car crashes can obviously end very, in a very serious way. Then he was asked how much of a blow it is not having David Luiz available tomorrow. Obviously still suspended from his red card against Arsenal. Conte said it's a very important player. He's a big loss, but Christensen is playing very well and is showing that he's a very good player. Christensen is still very young, but with great maturity and experience, so he's very happy with Christensen overall. Then obviously the journalist asked about David Luiz's disciplinary problems, possibly the red card against Arsenal, giving a penalty away against Atletico, and Conte said Luiz isn't a player to get sent off a lot. Conte was a player himself and says he understands sometimes these things just happen. As long as it doesn't happen, more often, it's okay. Then he was asked what kind of challenge it is to play a team managed by Guardiola. Conte said they're a team that likes to have the ball a lot, they like to dominate the game, try to create chances by having a lot of possession. Pep tries to create a squad with a lot of creative and technical players to bring his idea on the pitch. They improved a lot with good signings in the transfer market this summer as well. We only had 1 day to prepare, but we have prepared as well as we can and we are ready. Then he was asked how important it is for Chelsea and for Conte himself that Eden Hazard is now back fully fit, and Conte said he's a very important player for us. He was very good last season as well. We managed his recovery very well, and we had the patience to give him his first start in a big game, obviously now coming on Wednesday against Atletico. Now he is fit, he had a very good game against Atletico, and the injury is in the past now. Then a journalist asked about Morata's incredible start in England and at Chelsea and whether that has surprised Conte or not. Conte said he isn't surprised because he knows Alvaro very well, but for sure coming to this league especially is not easy. You need time to adapt, but he's playing very well. He's scoring goals, he's improving his physical condition as well. Completely involved with our idea of football already, but he still has to continue working like he is. But also Conte said, he is very happy with Morata. He's responding very well to having the responsibility of being the starting striker, which he hasn't been in the past at Madrid and Juve. And I can basically just agree with everything Conte said, really. Just happy for Morata to start off so well and hopefully he can keep it going. The next question was, how many changes does Conte think he will have to make tomorrow, basically? Obviously, he was never going to give, an in-depth answer about this because he might as well call Guardiola up himself and tell him what team he's going to start. But Conte said he doesn't know yet. This is the last of our 7 games in 21 days. And it's a very difficult game as well. Obviously, the players will feel the strain of playing so many games in such a short amount of time. It won't be easy to make the decision tomorrow, but every single player played very well against Atletico. Conte still has to check the physical condition of every player, but having a big game coming up helps you recover very quickly because every player wants to play in a game like this. We are ready for the weekend, and Conte said we are very excited to play a team like Manchester City. The next question was whether Eden Hazard is ready to play 2 games in such a short amount of time. Conte said Hazard playing like he did against Atletico shows that he's ready now. Also to play regularly as well. But Conte also said he still has to check his physical condition, so sure sounds like to me he will start, but he didn't want to fully give it away. Then Conte went on to saying, a win like the one on Wednesday, beating Atletico Madrid away from home definitely improves your confidence, makes you stronger, but now it's important to be focused on the next game against Manchester City. We have to be focused because they also have a lot of confidence and are in a good moment. We are at home, our fans will push us till the end and our supporters will be very important tomorrow. So obviously, I'm not lucky enough to be at the game, but if you are, make sure you support the team as much as you can. Stop this rumour about Chelsea, Stamford Bridge being a library. Just sing your hearts out, support the team, because even Conte said the team needs the fans. Every team in the world needs their fans, and it gives them a massive boost. So it sounds like such a hypocrite not being there. But anyway, support them if you can anyway. Then Conte said Bakayoko's 100% fit now and is playing very well. For sure, he has a lot of room for improvement. He's a very young player and he's showing to be a really good and very important player for us. At the end, he was asked about team news and he said everyone except Danny Drinkwater, who is obviously still recovering from his calf injury, is available and fit to play tomorrow. That's it from the press conference. Now coming to Chelsea, talking about how I think the game will go, my predicted lineup and also my score prediction. So I reckon we should, and I reckon we will, stick to the same formation that played so well and proved to be so successful against Atletico Wednesday, that 3-5-2 formation. So the lineup I think Antonio Conte will pick is Thibaut Courtois in goal, Cesar Azpilicueta the right side of centre-back, Andreas Christensen instead of the suspended David Luiz. Obviously, basically Conte confirmed that in the press conference, saying Luiz is important, but Christensen is playing very well. And then I might upset a few of you, because I think Cahill will start again. I wouldn't mind Rudiger playing, of course, but Cahill had such a good game against Atletico, against players like Griezmann, even though he didn't have his best of games, but still, defending well plays a part in a striker not playing well. He played against Carrasco and Koke, etc. He played against very good players. And I think that performance kind of warrants him playing tomorrow, because Rudiger, as much as he was acceptable and good against Stoke, he wasn't incredible. But Cahill was incredible against Atletico. So doesn't that warrant him starting tomorrow? I don't know. Before the Atletico game, I would have said Cahill shouldn't start either of them because he couldn't handle quick, pacey, agile players. But if he managed to handle with Griezmann, surely he can handle Gabriel Jesus, Sterling, Sane. Surely someone should be able to. My 2 wingbacks will still be Victor Moses and Marcos Alonso. 3 central midfielders, Timur Bakayoko, N'Golo Kante and Cesc Fabregas. And the front 2, again like against Atletico, Eden Hazard and Morata. I know there's only one change from the game against Atletico, and that change is only because David Luiz is suspended. But the way Conte spoke about Hazard, for example, it just leads me to believe that he will start again. Obviously, you could put, for example, Davide Zappacosta in there and, rest Moses, if you will, because he's played a lot of games. Mendy isn't playing, so he would be up against Delph, possibly, if they actually put Delph at left back / left wing back, We don't know. But like I said, they did in midweek in the Champions League against Shakhtar Donetsk. But he could also, and he would also probably be up against Leroy Sané, obviously their attacking winger. And, he's a very, very good player this season. He played very well. He's, coming up. Last year was very good as well. So I'm not sure whether that is, again, the right game to start Zappacosta for the first time in a big game. I'd rather maybe start him against Crystal Palace next week and then give him more and more game time slowly, rather than just chuck him in there. Because like I said before, he's only played against Karabakh and Forest so far. And playing Manchester City and these two is a very different piece of bread. Piece of cake, whatever the expression is. Of course, it will be tough for the players to play 2 games in such quick succession. Obviously, if most of the players that played on Wednesday do play again tomorrow, which I do expect to be the case. But after Man City game, we have the full week off. Obviously, no midweek games next week. And I think the players will be able to get the last bit of energy out of their bodies and perform to their best. So I think they will be capable of it. I think the magnitude of the game will help that as well. Like Conte said, you know, their big game coming up certainly will help them recovering very quickly. So like I said, I'm confident that they will be able to put on their best performances, even if we do basically start the same players that started against Atletico. Now coming to how I think the game will go, what I think we have to do to actually get a good result in that game. Manchester City will come out the blocks a lot more than Atletico did. Even if the game's at Stamford Bridge, obviously Atletico was at home and Manchester City basically is away now. But Manchester City, from the team they are, basically just attack a lot more than Atletico. So our midfielders and defenders will have to be on it. They will have to be 110% focused for the whole 90 plus minutes. Never lose your man, always be in the right position, not make silly mistakes. And also the attacking players, you know, they will have to be on it as well. Hazard, Morata, Fabregas, the wing-backs, Willian and Pedro, they will have to be clinical. They will have to be on it. They will have to, you know, play their nice football to get through their defence, because like I said, they haven't conceded in the last 3 games. They haven't conceded against Liverpool, although that was also down to Liverpool not just taking their chances. But like I said, we have to be clinical. It's very important. So if we get 4 chances, we have to score 4 goals. It's just how it is, because Manchester City are so strong going forward. Keeping them out completely, not scoring at all, will be very, very difficult. That's why my score prediction is like it is. And it kind of is a bit of a crazy one, because my score prediction is a 3-2 win for the Chelsea. It is a bit out there, like I said, but beating Atletico gave me a massive boost of confidence. It could obviously result in a draw as well, but I'm confident that we won't lose. So like I said, my prediction is a 3-2 win. Hope I'm right. You know, any win, I hope I'm right. If we smash them 5-0, great. But just win if you can, that'd be class. But yeah, that's really it from me. Leave me all of your thoughts down in the comments section below. Your predicted lineups, your score predictions down in the comments as well. Or any other thoughts you have, like I said, down in the comments as well. Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Again, like I said in the beginning, check out my social media. Instagram and Twitter, Laos1507. Check me out there. Follow me there. I'd massively appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching. I'm buzzing for the game tomorrow. And I'll see you next time.